All right, y'all, the damn storage in my phone, y'all know how it's set up. I had to let the first part upload before even shooting this damn part. I had to let the first part upload, okay? And then delete that. Now we back, okay? So I left off with saying that the girl said that my butt looks good in the photos, and I was confused about that whole comment, and then she also followed up with saying that you got pretty feet, you can sell your feet photos on OnlyFans. And I'm like, well, I've heard that OnlyFans, they be making some good ass bread, but OnlyFans ain't for me. You feel me? It's not for me, okay? And she was like, well, I'm just letting you know, girl, you can make good money on there and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, so could you send me the photos that you have of the, original photos that you took, because I want to have photos to compare to the edited photos, So we took over 30 photos that day. I'm like, could you send them to me tonight? And she said, yeah, no problem. So I end up having to ask her to send me the photos later that evening, And she was like, okay, yeah, I'll send them to you. So she ended up sending me about 10 photos, and I know we took a good 30 photos. So I'm like, hey, where's the rest of them? And she was like, well, I sent them to you. You didn't get them all. And we were kind of like going back and forth. She's like, it's kind of weird because this is how I send all my photos to people. It's weird that you're having issues with it. And I'm like, yeah, that is weird, especially if you're saying this is how you do this for everybody, So she was like, just give me to tomorrow. I'll send the rest of them to you tomorrow. I'm getting my kids ready for school and stuff like that, And so I'm like, all right. So the next day, she sends me a few more photos, but it was only like, another like 7 photos. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't get all the photos. And she was like, okay, well, let me try to send them to you through email, So I give her my email. She sends me a file, and on the file, it has all 30 photos on there, but like I only can see like the first 20, like the last 10 of them, they were all distorted and weird looking. And I'm like, okay, so I got like 20 photos, I still am missing like 10 of them. And she was like, I just don't understand what the issue is. And it was just like, I'm like saying to myself, like, yeah, what is the issue? Because you've been doing this, so why is that a problem? Like what's going on? And she was like, I got a lot going on. Just give me a couple of days to get it figured out, and I'll send you the rest of the photos. And then I'm also going to start working on editing your photos and stuff, and I'll send those to you as well. And I'm like, okay, cool, And so I ended up getting very, very busy with work and stuff like that. So I wasn't even, able to come in for, the free floats that I was told that I was supposed to get, And, I was trying to reach out to her still to, figure out what was going on with the photos. So this was probably about, maybe a week or so. I was like, she was still trying to figure out what was going on with the photos. She couldn't get them to me, And I, end up not being able to go to my first float appointment just on my end. On my end, I wasn't able to make it. We had made the first free float appointment, and I just wasn't able to make it, And so when I got time, I was like, hey, I'm trying to edit this video, because remember, y'all, I shot all that footage, at the spa and stuff. And I'm like, I'm trying to get this video, all edited. I got a few things that I need to, just record at the spa. And I think that I can just tie up a couple loose ends and get this video edited. And then I can upload it to my social media platforms and tag y'all in it, So I had text her, basically that. And she was like, okay, so what day do you have available? And we end up locking down a day for me to come in there and just, you know, finish recording just a few things so I can tie up the video or whatever. So I think we set a time for like 10 o'clock or something like that, 10 o'clock in the morning, you know. So I, per usual, be running late to stuff, you know. So I, you know, connect with her. I'm like, you know, I'm going to be running late. I'm going to probably be a good 30 minutes to an hour late, you know. And she was like, okay, that's okay. You know, I'm going to be late getting to the spa as well. And so I was finishing getting dressed and stuff, got my stuff together, about to head out the door, and I get a text message from her, and she's like, hey, you know, I'm still running late. I'm still running late myself now. You know, I'm running late myself. And could we possibly, you know, do this on another day, you know? And I was like, in my head, I'm like, I really can't do it another day. You know, I'm going to be so busy with work coming up. This is really the only time I got to record this video, and I really want to upload it, you know, get it uploaded, you know. And I was like, well, you know, I'm like, with the footage that I got, I said, I really just need to get a video of me standing just right outside of the doors, you know. So I'm like, actually, I really don't need her to be there, you know. I don't need to do no footage inside of the building, you know. I'm just going to do a quick little video of me standing outside the door where we was getting attacked by the damn bees. I'm just going to do that little shot right there and get that shit done, you know. And I don't need her. I got a tripod. I can put my phone on the tripod and record like that, you know. So I'm like, shoot, you know, you don't even need to come. I text her, you know, I'm like, you don't even need to come, you know. I can just do this little video in front of the building, you know. And she texted me back and she was like, actually, my boss will be at the building at that time, and I really don't want her to see you. And I was like, okay, you know, that's the first message, you know. And I'm like, okay. She was like, yeah, I haven't talked to my boss about this. I haven't talked to my boss about this. You know, I was just waiting to really bring everything to her. You know, I was just waiting to, you know, kind of show her everything. Once we got everything recorded and edited and all the pictures and stuff was done, you know, my plan was to just bring this forth to her, you know, then bring this idea to her then, you know. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm reading a text message like, wait, what did this girl just tell me? That her basically telling me that you don't want me to come to the building because you don't want your boss to see me, because your boss has no clue about what we're doing. So don't show up to my job. You can't even stand outside of the front door. You know, I wasn't even coming in the building. I was just standing outside the front door. You know, she was like, you can't come in here, you know, you can't record. My boss is going to be there. And I'm like, wait a minute. I think I've been played. I think that I've been played. So you telling me that the lady didn't know nothing about this? I just was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I say, you know what? I'm just gonna let this shit be what it be. I done caught you up in a lie, and in the end, you end up still getting photos of me. I guess all those red flags, I mean, it's multiple red flags after red flags with this story that I chose to ignore, you know. Ultimately, I just stopped talking to the lady. I just stopped. I didn't reach out to her no more after that. And it was funny because, you know, I told y'all, I hope I did in the first part, because I forget what the hell was really going on in the first part of this story. But I think I told y'all that I had prepared a wig for her and brought it there, you know, and I had told her that, you know, check it out, put it on, let me know what you think about it and all of that, you know. And you know, she never reached back out to me and said anything about the wig. You know, once that incident occurred, you know, where I pulled her whole card, you feel me? Because that's just what it was. I don't know what the whole plan, I think, was just to get pictures of me and do what with them. I don't know what happened with it, but I fell for the trick, though. I fell for it. Through all of the multiple red flags that there were, you know, I still fell for it because the lady, you know, made it seem like she was interested in something that I was interested in, you know. And I don't think that that was the case when it comes down to it. And, you know, like I said, once I left from recording, you know, my little footage in the studio and stuff, it was time in between there before I tried to record in front of the building. And I gave her that wig, you know. She had plenty of time, you know, in between there to let me know how the wig felt, what she was thinking about it. And she never said anything in that time, you know. She never mentioned the wig. She never said anything. And it was because she wasn't interested in getting no damn wig from me. She wasn't concerning herself with the whole wig thing. It was ultimately she was trying to get pictures of me. I don't know why or what she did with them. I don't know how it went. But once she told me that her boss didn't know nothing about what we had going on, you know, that was just enough for me to just step back and say, you know what? I'm just going to step back. You know, I was a fool to go in this place and take these pictures to begin with. I pray that she didn't do anything crazy with the pictures, did anything with my shit. I don't know. You know, it wasn't, I mean, like I said, I was wearing a swimsuit that I would wear, you know, in public. So it ain't nothing that, you know, I'm tripping about. But it's just funny how people will do stuff, you know, like people will, you know, try to be, you know, try to connect with you. They see you interested. They see you interested in some shit, you know, and they want to get something out of you, you know, so they act like that they fuck with the same shit you fuck with, you know. And it's like people will do anything, you know. People will try to play you to try to get something out of you, you know. At the end of the day, it was a lesson to be learned, you know. Once I didn't respond to that lady after that, and she never like reached out to me. She never said anything to me after that occurred as well. And I'm sitting up here feeling stupid because I'm like, damn, she got these pictures of me. I don't know what she done did with my pictures, you know. She ain't even send me all my pictures. You know, it was a very weird situation. And I do feel that the lady that worked there, the massage lady, I felt like the massage lady knew something was up too. When she seen us working together, taking these pictures, she's taking pictures. Like, that's why the massage lady came out there and was kind of like in a you know, kind of a crazy mood, you know, when she came out there. Excuse me. I think she knew that it was something fishy going on. You know, it wasn't something genuine going on. And I was like, man, you know, it was just multiple red flag after red flag. But I just stepped away. I never talked to her again. I never said anything. But I never reached back out or anything, you know, because that was a big old red flag. And I'm sitting up here like, man, you know, you talking about you was going to have me do free floats and stuff like that. And you know, I never got around to even seeing if she was going to actually let me do it for free or not. You know, I didn't even get around to that point. I figured out what the hell was going on prior to that, you know. I don't know. it's a weird situation that happened. I hope it all makes sense, with this story, but it was a lesson to be learned, like, you got to be careful out here with these people, straight up. And especially when you trying to go into a business with a person, just like I said, do anything business like, you got to be careful with them. And I hope that this shit made sense to y'all, and I just know I'm gonna move differently in the future, most definitely, but I don't get it. I'm like, shoot, her ass was like, she don't want me even out the front door recording nothing, because my boss don't know anything about this. And I'm like, wait a minute, your boss don't know nothing about it. You was about to have me in here getting free services, and your boss didn't know if she was gonna have me in there doing it. Maybe things would have been a whole different story if I was trying to even ask to set up a appointment to get those free floats. You get what I'm saying? It was silly, but most definitely a learning lesson. And I just pray that she did the right thing. I don't know, she didn't do nothing weird with my damn pictures or some shit like that, because super weird. I don't know, y'all. I just felt I needed to share the story though, and just make sure y'all aware, because people intentions don't be good. Don't be good at all. And another thing too, I was like, another thing, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the previous video, or I might have already said this though, but it was kind of weird that she was telling me that she wanted me to, once she gets everything edited, and get it all looking pretty, she was gonna send it to me, and then I was gonna upload it on my social media and tag the spa in the photos. And at the time I wasn't thinking when she told me that, but basically that just makes me look like, to her boss, to everybody else, it makes me look like a happy customer. If I'm taking photos and upload them and tagging them in it, it makes me look like a happy customer, which I felt like if I was an ambassador of the company, you would think that they would take my photos and just directly upload them to their, company site. You feel me? And, like, it was funny. She wanted me to just tag them in it, because she was trying to hide it from her boss, and for her boss, that just looks like I'm a happy customer, just being, them being tagged and stuff. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just a lesson to be learned. It really is. Like, y'all just be easy, be aware of, what people's intentions is, and always ask God to give you discernment so you can be able to see through the BS that people try to pull over you. It comes with age too, it comes with age as well. But I hope that this story makes sense to y'all. Regardless, you got to keep it pushing. All I'm saying, if you see a picture out there that it ain't nothing to do with me, motherfuckers, okay? If you see a picture out there and the motherfuckers look like they AI my shit, you know what it was, okay? Straight up. You know what the fuck it was. It wasn't me. What's that song? It wasn't me, bitch. Somebody kissing on the sofa, it wasn't me. Okay, I'm out of here though. I hope it makes sense to y'all ass, and yeah, I'll holla.